Week 3 of our wonderful folk tail crochet along blanket is this wonderful spike stitch. I love spike stitches because there's a maximum effect with minimum effort. And again, we've got spike stitch worked on a background of double crochets. So let me show you how it's made. For this square, I will be using the wonderful Coral Crush color and the silver grey in the beautiful ColourLab DK. As with all the squares, we start our square with 26 chains, where we will work 1 double crochet into the second chain from hook and then 1 double crochet into every single chain, which will give us 25 double crochets in the end. When we finish this row, it should look like this. So now we're going to turn our work, chain 1, and work 1 double crochet into every single stitch to end, and repeat this 5 times. So we will altogether have 6 rows, and we will end up with the right side facing for our next row. So when we finish our 6 rows, our work should look like this. But before you finish the last stitch of your 6th row, I want you to stop when you have 2 loops on your hook, because that's where we will change color. So grab your contrast color, place it on your hook, and finish off the double crochet. That's UK double crochet, that'll be US single crochet. Turn your work, chain 1, and now we are ready for our spike stitches. When we're creating our spike stitches, I would like you to carry your main yarn with you in the stitches at the back of it, purely because you will need it at the end of the row, and that will save you on having loads of ends to weave in. And do remember, we are using UK terminology, so we are working in UK double crochet, which is in US it's single crochet, and we will work in spike double crochet, which in US is spike single crochet. So we will start our first double crochet into the very first stitch, the one at the base of our chain 1. So now a spike double crochet is going to come into the stitch 1 row below. So you're going to insert a hook into the double crochet 1 row below. So it's just here. Grab your yarn and pull it through. Pull out your loop so it's the same height as your current work, and finish off the double crochet. Now our following one is going to come 2 rows below. So this is our next stitch, and we're going to insert a hook into double crochet 2 rows below. So that's 1 and 2, and this will be our next double crochet. Insert your hook, grab your yarn and pull it through. Pull up your loop so it's the same height as your current row. Yarn around the hook and pull it through both of those loops on your hook. So now our next spike double crochet is going to come into the double crochet 3 rows below. So 1, 2, 3, insert your hook into that stitch, grab your yarn and pull it through, pull out the loop into the same height as your current row, yarn around the hook and pull it through all 3. And you see, I'm all the time enclosing my main yarn and my little end. So now our next spike double crochet is going to come 4 rows below. So you've got your next double crochet here, so we're going to insert a hook into the double crochet 4 rows below. So 1, 2, 3, and that will be there. That will be 4, 1 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and that will be this one here. Yarn around the hook and finish off your double crochet. See? So this is a spike. So this is 1 row below, 2 rows below, 3 rows below, and 4 rows below. So now what we're going to do, we're going to work backwards now. So now we are going to go into the 3rd row below, 2nd row below, and 1 row below. So again, you can stop weaving in the end now, but do carry on the main collar with you all the way. So now we are going to work a spike double crochet working 3 rows below. So 1, 2, and 3. So it's this one here. So insert your hook, grab your yarn and pull it through, pull it up to the current row and finish off the double crochet. Now we are going to do 2 rows below, above our next one, so it will be this here. And now our final spike of that repeat will be 1 row below, so 1 row above the next stitch. And now 1 double crochet into the next stitch, and this is our first spike repeat is finished. So we need to repeat that throughout the row. So we're going to now start from this part here. So we're going to work 1 spike double crochet into 1 row below, and repeat the rest throughout the row. So when we finish our spike row, our work should look like this. So when we do our last double crochet, we're going to now drop our yarn B and pick up our yarn A, the one which we have carried all the way inside the stitches with us, and we're going to change our color. Turn your work around. So now on the next row we're going to chain 1 and work 1 double crochet. So now on the next row we're going to work 1 double crochet into every single stitch to end, only in our main yarn. Then we're going to repeat that row, so chain 1 double crochet into every single stitch to end until we have 7 rows. So when you finish your 7 rows of double crochet, your work should look like this. So rows 7 to 14 form the pattern repeat. You need to repeat the pattern twice more, then 1 more row of spike double crochets, and then 1 more row of just standard double crochets in your main collar. So when you finish, I've got one that I prepared earlier, your square should look like this. So you've got exactly 4 rows of spike, and now we are ready for our round 33, which will be our edging. So as before, we are on the right side of our work. We will chain 1 and work 1 double crochet into every single stitch to end of our top edge. So when you finish this row, it should look like this. So now we are going to again chain 2 and work down our raw ends. We will work 1 double crochet for 4 rows, starting with this one here. So that's 1, 2 and 3. Miss the 4th one and then work 1, sorry, a bit of fluff, 1, 2, 3, miss the 4th one, 1, 2, 3. So work all this way until you reach the last 4 rows. So on the last 4 rows you will work 1 double crochet into the last 4 rows. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So when you have your last 4 rows, we're gonna miss that one and we're gonna work 1 double crochet into the last 4 rows. Now chain 2 and work 1 double crochet into the back loops of our foundation chain. So 1 double crochet into every single chain. So that's 25 double crochet on this edge. So that's 1 double crochet into every single stitch of foundation row. And now chain 2. So now we are going to work into the side of our square. So 25 double crochet evenly along the raw ends of our square. So again, as before, the way I do it, so 3 double crochet per every 4 rows. So 1, you work into the side of your stitches, 2, 3, miss the next one, 1, 2, 3, miss the next one, 1, 2, 3, miss the next one. Do that all the way until you reach the last 4 rows of that side. So in the last 4 rows of that side, you will work 1 double crochet into the last 4 rows. Here we go. We're missing the next stitch, and we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now we come again to the top of our work, and again we're going to chain 2 and work 1 double crochet all the way along again. Okay, so when we finish that, our round, all we have to do is slip stitch to our chain 2 space, and our square is complete. You see, so that way we have a lovely edging for when we're going to join our squares. Enjoy!